Yo, what is good, Switch leaders? We are back with another week at Switch, and I'm excited to be back. Obviously, last week we were out. And one of the biggest things that I can tell you is that it is a blessing to be able to leave and recognize that your ministry is still connected with one another. We had students meeting with their peers and their Switch group leaders. We had leaders meeting with other leaders because they love the community that they're a part of. Shout out to Penny and the check-in team meeting at Chick-fil-A. It was really, really cool to be away and still see the connectedness because we are a connected ministry. And so I want to say thank you to each and every one of you and all that you do every single Wednesday night. We're not just playing church. We're not just here serving nonchalantly. We're here making connections. We are existing within the body of Christ, and we are supporting each other and our faith and pressing us to a stronger relationship with Jesus. And so it's really, really cool to be able to be a part of that. We have some things coming up. This week is Switch Bowl. It is Jersey night. Wear your jersey. If you don't have a football jersey, make sure you wear a jersey, and then we're going to wear our name tags on that jersey. And so just make sure you know that that's happening. But then after that, we are going into a brand new message series, and it's titled Getting Relationships Right. Now, here's what you need to know, and we'll kind of talk about this here in a little bit, is that first, we're going to start with talking about our relationship with God, others, and our family. We will end in the way that students want to hear and listen to this communication when it comes to getting relationships right, in singleness, how to date, and who to date. And so it's coming. We're going to have some very important conversations around relationships, but we're going to first start with the right relationship with God. And I don't get to preach that message. Courtney, our Life Kids pastor, gets to preach that message. She also happens to have a Switch group that is amazing. And so I'm excited for what God is going to do in that message series. And you'll get some more details as it comes along. But all that to say, that's what's coming up for Switch. In that time, we'll be able to transition from phases from the challenge phase to the focus phase. And so we'll update you as all those things come along. But other than that, right now, that's all I have for you. Let's jump into our Switch group leaders. Switch group leaders. Man, like I said, last week was incredible. It was a lot of fun. I know that you guys grew deeper in relationships and creating memories with one another. And so I just want to say once again, thank you for those who take the time out to not just be here on a Wednesday night, but to invest in the lives of students in any space, because the church is not just a building, it's the people. And with that being said, obviously we are going deeper with our relationships with our students as well as their relationships with one another. And in that, I just want to kind of help offer some guidance that I hope that you would be able to take in this season as we are challenging our students. One, we should be challenging their faith. We should be challenging them to, if they have New Year's goals, or if they have things that they want to do, they need accountability, whatever it is, we need to be challenging them. They need to serve, whatever. Right? They need to be challenged. But as you're going deeper in relationships with students, recognize that we can only take our relationships with them so far. And really it's based off of how close we can be with them at all times. So who's closer to students besides us outside of Wednesday night? Well, you could talk about parents, you could talk about teachers, you could talk about coaches. I would say who's closer than all those people are their peers. And so what I'm asking you to do in your groups is making sure that you connect students to their peers, connect students to student accountability, connect students to student Bible study, connect students to student prayer. Like, those things will help us as a ministry not just duplicate the things that we want to happen, but to help strengthen the relationships amongst students. And so that's my ask for you as you go into this week and we finish out this challenge phase, is that we have to strengthen the core of a student group, and that's with students, and we get to help manage that. We get to help keep them within the guardrails of the places that we're going. And so that's my ask for this week. Make sure that you are up to date on all your resources. All those things will be posted right now or today, and then you guys come up with that plan. You come up ready to execute on a Wednesday night, connect with your students, and make the most out of the time that you have with them here at Switch. And so all that to say, we're going to have a lot of fun this week at Switch Bowl, but that's all I have for you this week, Switch Group Leaders. Final thoughts. I've said to each and every one of you in Huddle that you need to be in a life group. So I'm going to put some parameters around it, because we're going to talk about this in Huddle, and you'll hear a little bit more direction on it. But the parameters are, if you are new and you just started serving a Switch, we are happy that you're here. Switch is a family, and we want you to be ready to take a step to find community. And so you don't have to do that just yet, but we do hope that you feel led to be connected more here in our ministry. Our goal is that we're going to be a really relational ministry, the most relational and connected ministry here at our church. And so we're going to find ways to do that, and life groups is one of those ways. Now, if you've been here for a while and you haven't been in community, you've been showing up to Switch and people don't really know you, you don't really know people, or you don't feel like these are yet your people, it doesn't have to be that all these people here are your people, but we want you to have people to rely on, to be able to pray with you, to be able to have faith when you don't have faith, to be able to have godly prayer when you don't know what to pray over. And so all that to say, like, community is important. We're going to make sure that we're involved in it. It's going to play a big part in where we're going this year. And so that's what's coming in Huddle. Huddle's at 6:15. Make sure that you are on Geneva, clicking that I'm going here for this week. That helps us understand who we have so that we can prepare our experience really well. It's going to be a fun night at Switch, and I'm excited to do it alongside each and every one of you. Make sure you're here at 6:15. Go on Geneva, confirm all the things. Be ready to be in community. I say that all to say, Switch Nation.